Benjamin Dixon Show is only possible with listener support. Go to www.patreon.com/The BPD Show.
I gotta hit the beat.
Good morning, everyone. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know the voice. You know the sound. Your boy James Bubba Williams, DJ Exclusive, is in the building. And welcome again to the Benjamin Dixon Morning Show. Y'all know what time it is, man. We are here to rock y'all out and get y'all morning going. So y'all stay tuned on the clock. Starting up next. Good morning, everybody.
I got it. Pop that bottle, it's over. It's the end of October. Champagne on the shoulder. This is my exposure. Pop that bottle, it's over. It's the end of October.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, we are live today, Monday, May 23rd. We are here in the flesh. Yes, on a Monday. Hey, don't get used to it, though. Good morning, everybody. Y'all stay tuned on the clock and start up next. Don't want to miss it. Good morning, everybody. Herpan, I appreciate you. Beer looking all right. You know, it's all right. I see it looking a little patchy, but it's okay. I still rock with it. Shade Dragon, good morning. Moon Me. Lila Hackness, Shade Dragon, Shelby H. Twin Singerful, I said it right that time. Movie, Six Dragon Daddy, Trevor Pickney. Oh, I'm flipping it up there. Probably because I'm so damn close to this microphone. Juanita, good morning. Boondocks Dragon, what's going on? Good morning, y'all. Y'all come on in, get your coffee, your tea, whatever it is you need to get your morning started. Jason, good morning.
You drunk this.
Roller Dragon, shout out to you, Roller. What's going on?
Like they're bringing anything to the table. Bro, I'm not your son, see I'm able. I do my own bits. Limited edition.
Ill Hustler, good morning.
I know that you
Benjamin Dixon Morning Show was in the building. Is it David or is it Bill? Who knows? Good morning, whoever it is. Sunny Wright, good morning. Eric Killmonger, good morning to you. ATL is in the building. Tiger is sneaking in the chat. What's going on, Tiger? Good morning to you.
All night long, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Beef with all the girls, bullshit dripping off the chin.
Rachel Atwood, good morning to you. Jersey Freeze, good morning. You better write that script. I'm ready to hear it, see it, all that good stuff. Letterhat, good morning to
you. I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat.
Brother Lateef, one lost. Good morning. Jessica Marrow, what's going on, y'all? Kitty Muse, good morning. Lloyd, what's going on? Good morning to you.
Bad little flex, she wanna know me. I stay low key, all gas, no brakes, baby, let them hoes sleep. Body on 10, make your girl OD. I get in my way, never out of my lane. Feel like you the one and I'm on one. So what is gonna
probably
be?
one of my favorite songs.
We finna go deep. Riding on a team, got what you need. Baby, won't you keep me company? Give me something to do when I get lonely. I got something for you when we get home. If you let me put it down, when I hit the town, you just slide on me. Keep your minds on me. On try, baby, I think you should side with me. Stay solid one time if you lie with me. Just promise you never lie to me. Get the moves on tuck, I know it's all love. Everything good, keep the vibes on crush. I know it's all good. Know it's all love. Know it's all love.
Sing one more time. Okay.
I've been feeling like a man lately. Can't nobody do it like I can. Daily.
Okay, got you.
In the lattice in the land. Body turn your nigga to a fan up. I made it where I'm at on my own. Had a couple blocks in the road.
Yeah, the artwork y'all are seeing, this is the artwork of the letterhead. It's pretty damn dope. Sydney Butler, good morning.
Give me something to do when I get lonely. I got something for you when we get home. If you let me put it down, when I come in town, you should slide on me. Keep your minds on me. On try, baby, I think you should side with me. Stay solid one time if you lie with me. Just promise you never lie to me. Keep the moves on tuck. I know it's all love. Everything good. Keep the vibes on crush. I know it's all good. Know it's all love.
All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. We are now on the clock here on the Benjamin Dixon Morning. So y'all, on the clock is starting now. Good morning.
Do you think that part of what organizers and activists should be, I guess, like petitioning for is some change, some reform within the actual legal system itself?
Absolutely. And, you know, for the first time on the news this year, I heard the term qualified immunity. And as a civil rights attorney, that's something that we deal with in each and every civil rights cause of action. And to hear the community as a whole recognize and begin to understand challenges within our legal system that affects the ability of citizens to seek justice when their rights have been violated is a real big step in the right direction.
Can you give a little more context to qualified immunity for people who are not familiar with what that is?
Yes, qualified immunity is a legal doctrine in the United States federal law that shields government officials from being sued for discretionary actions performed while they're in their official capacity, unless their actions violate clearly established federal law or constitutional rights. And that's a threshold question with any civil rights case, is whether or not this officer would be entitled to qualified immunity. And if an officer is entitled to qualified immunity in a civil rights context, that officer essentially is successful in their suit and the case is dismissed. And that's a real sad day for any victim or family of a victim involved in a police-motivated incident of excessive force or constitutional violations.
Do you think that the position of the district attorney should be reevaluated, considering how much power that position holds, and knowing that the district attorney is oftentimes the sole person who is holding up the process for police victims to get justice?
You know, as a former member of law enforcement myself, I understand that the district attorney's office and the police department and law enforcement as a whole are tied at the hip. It's hard to prosecute officers one day and then the next day expect them to testify on your behalf and help you prosecute another defendant. And so the challenges of having district attorneys in the position of bringing charges against the same officers that they're working with on a daily basis is a big challenge and problem with our system. And I think that's really the result of why we've had such a pushback from district attorneys on charging police, even in clear-cut cases where it just seems so sensible to bring charges. There's pushback even in those clear-cut cases.
Knowing that you have experience in pursuing legal charges against the government or, police departments, what do you anticipate is going to happen in the George Floyd case?
You know, the difference in the George Floyd case and some of the ones that I've dealt with is the aggressive stance that the Attorney General has taken there in Minnesota, and standing up and letting the world know that these officers are being held accountable like any other criminal defendant. And I think that was required under the circumstances, especially in light of all the civil unrest, but also the life-changing video that we have that really brought all this to light, made it very difficult for any district attorney or attorney general to ignore. And I think it's the age of video and technology that's bringing to light things that have been happening for decades that have gone unspoken because there were no witnesses. It was the suspect's word against police. And if it's the suspect against the police, the suspect is going to lose, and their version of events is not going to be the accurate one in a court of public opinion or a court of law oftentimes.
I'm in St. Paul in front of the governor's mansion where a car caravan protest is currently taking place. We know in Minnesota that the number of COVID cases has increased dramatically. And so people in their cars trying to stay safe, but also trying to get a message across. If you remember, the day after the election, 640 people, more than 640 people were arrested for protesting. And so these protesters today are demanding that those charges be dropped against those individuals. And so they're coming to the governor's mansion because it's been said that the governor is the one who issued the order to kettle those protesters on the highway the day after the election and to arrest them. And so 646, to be exact, people were arrested that night, issued citations, and the community is demanding that those charges be dropped. They say that they have the right to peacefully protest, and that night they say that's exactly what they're doing.
Dozens of cars, people honking and chanting for justice.
I'm out here demanding that the governor, mayor, everybody drop the charges against those of us who were peacefully protesting on November 4th.
Loretta was arrested in what she believes was a violation of her First Amendment right to protest.
It was unnecessary to arrest us for peacefully protesting, and my child unfortunately was out there, had to witness me getting cuffed and everything. So I don't know, for me, it was upsetting. For my kid, it was upsetting.
Hundreds cited for taking the action onto Interstate 94, where protesters were blocked in by police for over 5 hours. Authorities stating that it's illegal to protest on a highway.
Marching on Selma was illegal. Marching on Washington was illegal. People have to demand that change happens. It's not something that's freely given to us.
I get followed by the police, and I'm paranoid, and I said, I'm white. Imagine if I was black and was followed. How paranoid I would be. Because you're more apt to be murdered like Flando was.
Allies and activists exited their cars, blocking traffic in front of the governor's mansion.
Drop the charges! Drop the charges!
And after a few brief speeches, the protest ended with the cha-cha slide. The concern that remains is that if all 646 people dispute their citation, which many of them said they will, how will an already backed up system process more than 600 new cases?
Like it never stopped. Can you bring it to the top?
In St. Paul, I'm Georgia Fort.
Not just Minneapolis media, but we got people from the Los Angeles Times here. We got people from the New York Times here. So they know this story, and you're getting it first, Georgia. This story really could blow up in a way that we can't even fathom.
Calvin Horton life matters. Calvin Horton life matters.
I am the lead attorney for the family of George Floyd. I think all of the world knows about George Floyd. But then I get this call into my office from this young lady, Kadasia Horton, who says her father was protesting for justice for George Floyd 2 days after his death, and a white business owner shot and killed him from inside his store shooting out into the crowd of protesters. And so she said, it's almost as if everybody's paying attention to George Floyd and nobody's paying attention to my father. His life mattered too.
I just want to say we're absolutely heartbroken at the fact that the man who was able to shoot my dad in his back and kill him is still free. We want justice for my dad, and we aren't going to stop until we see it.
Amen. Then when I thought about it, I said, hold on, a business owner shoot from inside the store outside into protesters, man, that is not right. There is no way, Georgia, that can happen if it was another group of people. But I guess because this was a black man protesting for George Floyd, they said, it's not that big of a deal. And I said, I'll help. And so I'm here in Minneapolis today to demand justice for Calvin Horton, because Calvin Horton life matters too.
We are reminded over and over again that there seems to be two justice systems in America. That's right. One for black America and one for white America.
Listen. Can you talk about some of the discrepancies that you found in looking at this case?
I found three very important discrepancies. Number one, you just have the notion that a business owner is inside his store and he shoots out into the crowd and he kills a man. We believe, based on all relevant evidence, he shoots him in the back. And the fact that nobody was even arrested and charged is the biggest discrepancy when you really get down to the crux of the matter. But then you find, as you dig a little deeper, even more just ironic things. I mean, things that would shock your conscience. The medical examiner says that he died from multiple shots into his chest. However, we got video. I mean, objective video that has ocular proof that there are no injuries to his chest. So why would the medical examiner then put out such a report unless they're trying to conspire to cover something up? And why would they do that is what the family is asking. I know the Black Lives Matter leader said it's the art of the cover-up here in Minneapolis when black people and brown people are killed by white people. And so we're here to try to say you at least have to give this family, especially those 7 beautiful little black children, answers as to why you are not going to prosecute the killer of their father, who was simply in the protest demanding justice for George Floyd, and now we're demanding justice for Calvin Horton. And the third discrepancy, which is huge, is just the fact that it seems like when people of color start protesting, exercising our First Amendment rights to peaceful assembly and freedom of speech, saying that Black Lives Matter, I mean, it's like it's a different set of rules where pepper spray, they shoot rubber bullets, and then in Calvin Horton's case, they even shoot you and kill you. But when you juxtapose that with the militia in Michigan that went into the state house with guns and automatic rifles, semi-automatic rifles, nobody shot them with pepper spray. Nobody shot them with rubber bullets. And none of them were killed. And the police protected them. But then in George Floyd protests, it's like the police said, oh, we can't do nothing. You know, we're not getting involved. Because there were police on the scene when Calvin Horton was killed. And you're like, well, why didn't y'all be proactive? And why is it that it's almost as if black people don't have a right to the First Amendment with being subjugated to excessive force and brutality?
Can you share what your involvement in this case how it's already impacted the police's involvement and how they're actually now taking this case serious?
In every case I get involved with, I always want to try to, not just by word but by deed, send a message to our children that we do believe Black Lives Matter and that we say that their future is the most important thing to us, is real. And so immediately what I started doing when I got here with attorney Jeff Storms and attorney Jill Brinsbros, I literally said, y'all, we have to make the argument to the court of public opinion, not just for Minneapolis, but for America. Because the precedents that could be set by this case, if we don't speak truth to power and give a voice to the voiceless, man, can you imagine all the protests going on across America for my clients, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery? And if business owners started to just shoot indiscriminately into crowds, killing people, and they say, oh, because one or two people may have rioted, that gives you justification to shoot innocent people? What kind of precedence would that be? What kind of America would that be? Because there's a larger conversation here, even greater than just the death of Calvin Horton. I mean, this is talking about the First Amendment rights, the very foundation, the bedrock of American democracy.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you for your work, for your commitment to fighting for justice, for our country, for our people, for our children. And I want to thank you for your time today. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. You have a little one.
I have 3.
3 little
12,
ones.
2, and 1.
So you understand why we're fighting.
I do.
And I'm praying for their future.
Thank you.
Are we going to keep fighting when we are in heaven? I think we should peace. We should find love. We should find tolerance. We should find understanding.
Who will protect our children when the streets continue to prove untrustworthy of the challenge behind their smiles? When it's no longer safe for your child to play in the front yard gated by the homes of safe haven because they were behaving so suspiciously. Suspected water guns used to get us through that police's heat, but no competition for the police's heat. I thought that was my taser. Gunned down innocently, and he hasn't even met his teens. The system systematically set up for my downfall, all because my skin has been penetrated by the sun's core. Absorbed tears from 400 years, kissed with the graces of titanium, but even the strongest gets weak. Seeking understanding for my legacies, on bending knees for my seeds, hearing other mothers crying, Lord, please, not my baby. And no matter if she's 25 or 80, that's somebody's baby, and that anguish never goes away. When did the war on terror become the home of terror? Terrorized only by my demographics I was born with. Hands up, don't shoot, it's only candy and juice. It's my baby's birthday, I'm only carrying some shoes. Or questions of what did I even do can get you judge and jury on the side of the street, convicted without a trial's confusion, guilty by association, punishable by death by the system continues to help. You see, freedom ain't free, but ask me when it didn't come at a high cost to be black in America, home of the free test rats of Tuskegee, Tulsa, Oklahoma bombings, alligator-baited babies, every innocent man killed at the hands of the police since the 70s. And if I'm not mistaken, we didn't get our equal rights until the mid-60s when we stopped working for free and demanded the right to just be. Live like human beings, still threatened in the night by the day teachers, store clerks and the police, those strange fruits hunting children walking 5 miles, this one education that never educated our youth. How can you expect us to maintain a nonviolent spirit in a violent atmosphere designed to tear us down and brutally murder us on the streets like rabid animals? Caged us like birds with clipped wings and expected us not to fly, laws to openly carry a bull's eye on our backs, and I'll ask again, who is going to protect our babies? Who is going to show proof that we all stand together for us all? Who is going to stand beside me? Well, when?
All right, y'all. Shout out to independent journalist Georgia Ford out there doing the work, doing an interview on qualified immunity with civil rights attorney Katonga Wright, and also talking about Calvin Horton with attorney Benjamin Crump, y'all. Y'all make sure that y'all stay tuned. Again, shout out to Georgia Ford doing that work. Y'all stay tuned. Like it or not, it's starting up next. You don't want to miss it. Spoken word by Lady Breeze. Lady Breeze, y'all. Y'all make sure that y'all stay tuned. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share, man, so you'll know when the Benjamin Dixon Morning Show is going down. Also, Friday, it's going down. Karaoke night. You don't want to miss it. We will be doing it in Discord, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure that you tune in. You don't want to miss it. We enjoyed the last time. We're expecting more this time. Y'all come out and do your worst. It's okay. Ken BX, good morning, Ken. Laser Sword, good morning to you. Good morning, Mom and Daddy. Mom and Daddy on vacation in Miami this week, y'all. They'll be back tomorrow. So shout out Mom and Daddy out there on the beach, living a good life, and left me here in Atlanta with the rain. That's okay. I still love y'all. Good luck getting home, though. All right, let's get into our new Patreon members and new Twitch subscribers while we got a little time here. Shout out to Carrie S, who doubled their pledge. Sophia W, who doubled their pledge. Welcome Brandy L, Britt S, Ramon A, and Ashley M. Well, appreciate y'all. Welcome. Blue Daddy 2 resubscribed with Twitch, and they've been subscribed for 8 months. Jared Cardenas 813 rated our channel. Andy from Ohio resubscribed and commented. Good, everyone. They've been subscribed for over 19 months. Rachel Letney resubscribed and been subscribed for 9 months. Got a booming like it or not baby there. Pizza Katia shared 100 bits. Titan Gage resubscribed and they've been subscribed for 3 months. Burger Cut _ resubscribed and they've been subscribed for 5 months. And Industrial Arts, shout out to brother Industrial Arts, resubscribed and commented, don't just watch, act a fool. And they've been subscribed for 14 months. If you have not already, patreon.com/like it or not, patreon.com/the BPD show. Y'all go ahead and get in there and join, man. That way y'all can get access to this Patreon party. You don't want to miss it. I'm going to be singing my favorite song. I don't know what it is. It's a lot of them. So make sure that you have your face in the place. Friday night, 9 p.m. Like it or not karaoke. It's going to be a jam too. Y'all don't want to miss it. What do you call someone who tells dad jokes but isn't a dad? A faux pas.
Friend of me, enemy. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. Friend of me,
a faux pas.
All these niggas just wanna be a mini me.
I guess I'm a faux pas.
Just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. Friend of me, enemy. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. Friend of me, enemy. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. I'm about to go Goku. Leave on my head is red like gold.
Jason, I appreciate you. Eric, y'all make it happen, Eric. Move me. What's going on?
Your hometown, we don't need go to. Trying to get it worldwide global. Looking like I can show you.
Katrina, good morning to you. Y'all, I taught my pet wolf how to meditate. Now he's a werewolf. Get it? Aware.
Go look for the exit. New sheriff in town. I get a little reckless. Missed the memo. Go check the message. I ate then came back for seconds. I see your fake little necklace. Lifestyle decrepit. I should probably expect this. Too much game for
your league. I'm Hussein with speed, go Hussein on beats. Legendary, I'm everything you aim to be. I'm insane and free, you can't tame the beast.
Frenemy, enemy. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me.
All right.
Frenemy, enemy. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas.
All right, y'all. I've just gotten word that Rebecca Azor is in the building. Between like it or not, it's about to go down. So welcome to the screen, my sister from another mister, Rebecca Azor. Good morning, Rebecca.
Like It or Not with Benjamin Dixon starts now.
Rebecca is definitely
Good morning.
And welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth
and not care who doesn't like it.
Rebecca is definitely the intro. You were like, welcome, Rebecca, and then the intro played. That's fine because we haven't rolled the intro for a while for our audience. So, good morning. It's a different day that we're on. We're usually off on Mondays, but we're here, and yeah, I'm glad that we've been missing you guys for a few days, but we decided to come up on a Monday, and I think especially locally, we have a guest this morning, and I want to get her in and get her out because she's still campaigning. She's still, this is the last day, and so I wanted to, introduce the guest that we have today. Her name is Tamar Pierre, and I wanted to introduce you guys to the candidate for State Representative, House District 39. Good morning, Tamar. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much, Like It or Not. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you for having me on.
No problem. And I'm so excited to have you on during Haitian History Month, and just, you being a representative here locally in Georgia. Can you introduce yourself to the people and let them know what position you are running for?
Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tamar Pierre. I am running for House District 39, which is Mableton and Austell in South Cobb County.
Yep. And so what exactly, for people who don't know, right? Today is is it the last day to vote locally, or is it?
So the last day of election was this past in early voting was this past Friday.
Early voting.
However, the election day and the last day to vote locally is tomorrow, Tuesday, May 24th, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay. I've met you before a few years back, and I know that you've been somebody in the community, especially when it comes to voting rights and getting people to vote locally, for immigrants to understand. I know you've been always on the ground, going into different communities for a lot of different reasons, and I love that about you. And, you are Haitian American. On top of that, you are a millennial. But what drove you to want to run for state representative?
Absolutely. Thank you for that question. So it started about a while ago. I started in the Georgia State Capitol. Let me take it back. I went into the state capitol as a senior in high school on a field trip. Absolutely loved it there. And then I saw other elected officials that looked like me in a room with people that did not look like me. But I saw a handful of them, and they carried out legislation. And I thought how powerful that was. So from the time that I was 16, on a field trip, they invited a few people back for paging. I returned the next week to page at the state capitol and fell in love with it even more. Which led me, while I was in high school, to intern and then being hired straight out. So making it at least 10 years at the Georgia State Capitol. But most importantly, I love Mableton. I've been here for about 23 years. I went to high school here, went to school here. It's my home. I decided to stay. And now I have my own daughter that I'm raising in Mableton. My family is here in Mableton with me. So that's important to me, to ensure that her future is bright here, right, where she will be represented and she will have the best of schools, the best of security in her own home. So for that alone was one of the main reasons why I decided to run.
I love that. And you talk about school, and as we were just talking before we got on air, you said voting rights is one of the things that you go for, along with an educational development. You said there was a third one. So let me know the top 3 things that you are really honing in on during your campaign.
So on a list of many, because I do have quite a few. I'm pro-Medicare. List of many. So for my first, definitely is education. Schools are the center of our communities, right? Without schools, we won't have a drive-in for higher income jobs. We won't have a full understanding of people coming into our neighborhood. So schools are the top in our community, right? Second thing is economic development. I don't know if you guys are familiar with South Cobb area, especially on Veterans Memorial, Mableton Parkway. That area has real use, right, for mixed income housing, has real use for different businesses to come in. We're saturated with one type of business. And I think when we talk about community development, we're talking about economic development and a place where it's more family friendly. So that's the second one. And of course, my third is voting rights. It's hold dear to me. It's one of the reasons that I was, I worked so hard in the Capitol. It's for voting rights, fighting against bills like SB02. And from the last election cycle, we see that our voting rights are under attack. So that's one thing I'm pushing for, is one, to have an easier process for people to come out to vote, such as not a national, but a statewide holiday for Election Day, same day registration. Right. Mm-hmm. So I don't have to be registered weeks in advance in order for me to vote into the election. I could go in that same day, be registered and vote. Right. As long as I have that ID. And if we're going to require these certain IDs, we at least should make it free for people to obtain them so that they can vote at no cost.
Yeah. Oh, those are great things to hit on. I know here in Georgia locally, we've had Cliff Albright on the show, amongst with other representatives on this show, like Renita Shannon and Park Cannon. So a lot of these people who go for voting rights, and who, especially here in Georgia, as we know, that has been a target, especially for people of color. So it's great to hear you doing that at a local level and, you know, helping people. Like I said, I've known you, and I've known what you've done for a lot of people in the community. You've mobilized, you hit the ground running. People may not know your name, but I hope that they know you today and what you stand for. Could you tell people where to find you, how to support you?
Absolutely. Thank you again. To find me, I am on all social media platforms, Tamar Pierre, on Instagram, Tamar Pierre _. And of course, you can visit my website in the Contact Us page that comes directly to me at tamarpierre.com.
All right, girl. I am rooting for you. I, send you all the blessings, and congrats again on your family, your beautiful daughter. She is so adorable. Thank you. I know that she will be proud when she gets older to know, what her mama's standing for, stood for, all of the above. So you go, girl. We'll talk later. And thanks for coming on to the show.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Rebecca.
No problem. And y'all, we got a good show coming up for you guys. We got a couple of more stories that we're going to touch on. Bubba, take it away. We'll be right back after this.
You'll be able to win this one, but she's somebody else in the mix.
Boom, that might help if I unmute my microphone. Shout out again to Tamar Pierre for stopping through. We greatly appreciate y'all. And if you are in Georgia, make sure that you go vote tomorrow. Make sure that you go vote tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I will be at the poll myself as soon as the show, we'll see. I'll be over as soon as I'm done. And hey, tomorrow, make sure that you tune in to Twitch, the Benjamin Dixon Show. I will be doing a live stream, so you don't want to miss it. Your midday lunch break on Twitch. Don't know what I'm going to call it yet. But make sure that y'all tune in tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. What's going down with your boy DJ Exclusive, y'all?
Like we're supposed to, interviews and all the news. We get to choose what gets to use. Like it or not, with Queen of Zora get started now, so stick around. Like it or not, it's gone.
Melanie Dennis, good morning. Ism of Nassas, Laura. Good morning, Laura.
Y'all stick around. Oh, Rebecca Azor is coming through. You know she got a good story.
Carly Wynn, good morning.
Oh, that's my dog.
Jason Goodcroft, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Streaming on Twitch. Live with DJ Exclusive. You don't want to miss it.
DJ Exclusive.
Maybe something going on weekly. You know, we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
I stay dropping them jams. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, y'all stick around. Oh, like it or not.
Alicia, good morning. Jacob, good morning to you. Shout out to Malaya. Malaya made me some candles. She didn't make me nothing, but she made me some candles. So shout out to Malaya. Appreciate you. Lateef Dwayne said he liked candles. You know Rebecca loves candles. All right, bet. All right, y'all. Welcome back to the screen. Rebecca Azor. Rebecca.
Hey. Anyways, Dwayne, it's my birthday all month. That's just how it works. Like,
nah, don't worry.
It is my birthday all month, especially because I had two of them, during the panoramic, like really taken away from me. So COVID's still going on, and we're still in the middle of a panoramic, but everybody, the streets are paid now. Yeah, but I am special. But I am. So, as I was saying, it's my birthday all month.
Okay.
So, I don't know what other people are doing, and if you're watching this right now and it's your birthday month, we're sharing it all month. So, shout out to the Taurus, kind of the Geminis. Just let us have this. Them Geminis is coming. That means Benjamin P. Dixon, he's coming. Okay? He's coming. He's a Gemini. He's a real Gemini. He's coming. My sister's a Gemini. She kind of crazy, but, Ben is coming in June, and them June Geminis is something special. Something real special.
I hate you.
I think there's different levels of Gemini, because I'm Gemini.
There are. My sister,
they really are.
Yeah, my sister's birthday was yesterday. Mine was the week before. We're a week apart. I not only stole her face, but I stole her birthday month. And she is, and shout out to my sister who's living it up in Paris right now. But, very different people. Ben will tell you, because him and Melinda click. I'm like, instantly. But there's different levels, because he can see her crazy, like, on a different level. So you got to be, those Geminis is something. They something special.
I don't know if I want you to answer this question, but do I seem crazy?
You're a Gemini?
Yeah.
Oh, you a June? You born on Juneteenth.
19th.
You are.
Yep.
Yeah, you do.
I told y'all David was black. I told y'all he black.
That's a Gemini about him, because he was raised. He used to wear Jabot jeans, white T-shirts. Probably had the 2 earrings, nice little buzz cut. He already got a slight accent, and he don't really like the white girls. So that's the Gemini in him. So there goes that's the answer to your question, David. But
I knew there was a reason why we stopped doing Monday shows.
It's true. We just be rolling out of bed like, "What's up, world?
What's up, world?"
But speaking, you know what? Before we get into the stories, which we will, I wanted to know how you were feeling and how your weekend was, Bubba.
Mine was uneventful. I stayed in the house all weekend long, and I was okay with that. Mm-hmm. I was okay. So I just got a chance to just, be by myself and just look at TV and binge watch everything. Chippendales was kind of cute, so I had a chance to watch that. Give me some little nostalgia. So it was fun. I enjoyed it.
That's on Disney Plus, right?
Yours? Yeah, Disney Plus.
It was eventful as well. This past week on May 18th, this past week, not only did I celebrate a birthday on May 15th, but on May 18th, it was our Flag Day, our being Haiti's Flag Day, which is very, very important to us. That was the day that Dessalines ripped apart the middle of the French flag, brought together the red and blue, and separating the white out of the middle meant that we ain't under no, you know what I'm saying, the slave masters and them, white folks need to move on. That's what I did. And so we celebrated that, and over the weekend I got my legs to moving. I went out and celebrated with some fellow Haitians, and that was amazing. I got to dance, got to drink some Prestige beer, and it was
I thought you was about to say something else. Oh my God.
It's Monday. It's Monday. I wasn't about to say whatever you were thinking. I know that Jesus. For sure. However, but yeah, it was a good weekend. I also I did something else and I cannot remember what it is. It was an eventful weekend, but I can't really remember. It was something else. Oh, I went on a date and I was just like, yeah.
Right.
I went on a date, but you know what, guys? It's almost like that. Because it was my birthday. You know how old folks like that be in your life be tapping in, being like, "Hey, what's up? Happy birthday! What you got going on for your birthday?" And then I'm just like,
sugar daddy energy.
I'm like, real, like seriously. I'm like, really, nothing for real. And then not Golden Corral, actually Capitol Grill. And so when we went there. No, I don't eat that either. But we went there and it was nice. It was like seeing an ex, and then it was just like, not really, it's not there anymore. And so I felt like that's maturity at 32. I don't really feel all of this. Thank you for the food, but I'm not wasting my time or my energy.
He's like, "Oh, thank you for the dinner," and he leaned in and tried to give you that little kiss thing. You was like, avoided it. Like, "Oh, thank you."
It was just giving old news, and I feel like I'm ready for new news. I'm ready for like something new, right? It was just giving old news. It was giving me like, "Ooh, that's where you still are in your life." It wasn't giving me what I needed, so I was just like, "Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's gonna be another waste of time." So not gonna do that. But it was good. The steak there was great. It was good, and I don't really eat steak, but this was nice. It was good. The drinks was good. And, I went home and went to sleep. Praise God for Jesus. Now, there's so much been happening in the news. There's a particular story that I do want to cover, though. And it's about... Yesterday, I came upon this story, and I know you probably can, definitely help me break it down, Bubba, as you added to it as well. Yesterday, I came upon this story of a Fort Hood... Army sergeant, I believe, or her name is Jules Scott, right? And she is in Fort Hood, and this is a military base in Killeen, Texas. Her story was circulating right online. When I got to it, it wasn't circulating as much anymore. But her story was circulating online for the past few days, where she was detailing her experiences, including harassment on the Army base. And since she detailed her harassment through video, she has since been arrested and harassed, and she was placed in a hospital, right, where they were just watching her 24 hours a day. She couldn't do much. They watched her pee. They watched go to the bathroom. They watched her everything. She couldn't do anything, and it was almost as if they wanted to hush her. When she made these harassment claims, she also put out audio, which we will play, and it was where she secretly recorded the heads at the Army base, where she was telling them, like, why hasn't the sergeants contacted me back, or why hasn't these heads that I've been wanting to speak with contacted me back about all the things that I've detailed that I've been experiencing here. And it's almost as if they wanted to hush her. She made a video, and she was saying, or she took to her social media, and she was saying that if she would happen to die, go missing, or anything, you guys would know why. And that's what really shook me through my spirit, Bubba, when I was watching this. When I went to go hit, when you find a story on Instagram, where it probably came from, Twitter, or that there's more detail that you can find on Twitter, or even with a simple Google search. I tried all of those methods and I wasn't able to find a thing. Usually you can hit the hashtag, and I was not able to find anything for a story that has been trending. All of the traces of the story, when yesterday I looked for it, were removed. And that to me was quite scary. The power of what the government or what these people can do on these bases, what they have access to, how they can tap into her phone, as she states, and things like that. It really, really scared me. Before we played the video, is there anything else you want to add to it, Bubba? Because I know you dropped some breakdowns of the audio and the video.
Yeah, and Rebecca, once you dropped it yesterday, of course, I went to go search as well, too. And, Google is always the first place that I go to. Nothing at all came up on the story. So I did take to Twitter, and that's where I found the audio. So shortly after you dropped the story, Rebecca, probably about 30 minutes later, that's when the hashtag started appearing. But I only saw it from about 2 or 3 people. So I checked it later on, maybe around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and more people were starting to retweet it. So it is starting to gain some traction. But I'm glad that you did find this story, because a lot of people don't know about it. And Fort Hood is notorious for things like this, racial motivated things, rape, a lot of allegations and things that come out of Fort Hood. So I'm glad that you found this, and I'm glad that she took to social media herself to put some of this stuff out there so we're aware. Now the thing is, we need to share it to make people aware of what's going on and to make sure that she stays alive, because Fort Hood, like I said, is notorious for making people disappear. So definitely want to make sure that we bring attention to this, make sure you share the story, research yourself, and find out what's going on.
Yeah, especially with there were recent stories that came out surrounding Fort Hood of another sergeant that went missing, right? And he went missing because he stood up for someone in their harassment story, and he went missing. And I don't know if he's since been found, but that was about 6 days ago, about a week ago. You would see that story trending. There was so much going on at Fort Hood, especially with people of color and women in these spaces. Who there were stories that were coming out that how they're not protected. A lot of these women may go missing or end up dead, and there's nothing that anybody can really do about it. Before we play the audio that we'll get to, I wanted to read you Fort Hood's response to Jewel Scott's claims. They stated that we are aware of the allegations and concerns raised by Sergeant Jewel Scott. We take all allegations of misconduct seriously, and commanders will investigate and take action as appropriate. Sergeant Scott is safe and in the care of her unit leadership. Our soldiers can always bring up concerns to their leadership, who will take appropriate action commensurate with Army standards and values. So here in her post that she took to social media, she said it's a lie. She can't do much. She's not in any care. If care means being put in the hospital and being watched 24/7, to know that she isn't going to do anything, and tapping into her phone and having threats when she was let out, having threats over her life where she's not able to stay in a stable home or her home because she's afraid that she won't wake up or be found or whatever. She's going from home to home daily. That's not being taken care of, and that's not a space where the door is open for you to have the conversations when you're saying you're being harassed. So let's take a listen to her speaking to the people at Fort Hood, where she's asking them to give her access to speaking with the head. So let's take a listen.
You want the audio or you want her video?
I want the audio first.
Okay, A1 Dwayne.
Hello. Hi. I was just wondering if you got the chance to I have not, but I know you have not spoken tomorrow, correct? Correct, and I didn't want to have that call with him. I've spoken with him like for 5 or 6 times in the past 2-3 months. Okay, so I think what he wanted to do, because I was talking to Sergeant C about it, so if you do want to talk General Reagan, he's going to have to talk to your first sergeant as well. If you want to bring your first sergeant with you tomorrow. No, I don't want to bring your first. Okay, so for the office call tomorrow, just let him know that your intentions are to see, that they would like to see General Reagan. He'll let you know what you need for that. Because you do have to go through Sergeant Major first, just so that General Reagan is tracking as well. So I have to have this office call with him. So you just have to let him know, like, this is what I would like to do, and then just see what he says for like when we get to go talk to him. He's not tracking me at all, though, because I told him I made the residents and speaking to him.
So, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and thanks for coming to Sleeping Stars Squad. How are you feeling? A little bit of COVID recovery now?
SARS-CoV, yes.
I'm sorry?
SARS-CoV, yes, I'm
Something you do all the time.
Yeah, just want to make sure.
What is the purpose of you?
I would like to speak with the CGM.
What?
Just everything.
When you say everything,
The unit things that I've been encountering, the things that we talked about in the past on multiple occasions, everything that we've spoken about and more. Yes.
Okay. So that's it. I mean, what else would you like to talk about today?
Nothing, Major. I just want to speak to someone.
I know the audio is pretty difficult to hear for me, but if you can hear how she's getting resistance from saying, hey, I'm trying to speak to someone, and they're making excuses and they're telling her how she can't without telling her that she flat out can't. They're just like, no, we hear you, but it's going to be circles and circles, loops and loops and hoops that you're going to have to jump through before you never talk to this person. So, and she also detailed the emails that she sent out, and she even, in her emails, she attached previous instances of other people who have been harassed, where she said that she hasn't felt safe, people who went missing. She has put that in that particular email that she sent out to them. She also did a video where we can hear her speaking herself. Let's take a listen.
Hey y'all, so I just want to get on here real quick and say that, like, if something happened to me, if just real blunt and honest with, if I end up dead, if I end up missing or something like that, just know somebody did it. And I just want to get out here and put something out, because I know how the media, I know how my job, being in the military, will paint these false narratives. And I'm going to do more talking about it. I'm trying to post a video now, but I just need something quick put out there, so that way people know, like, if it was self-inflicted or something like that, my family would know, my friends would know. So if nothing comes from them or nothing like that, I just want to say somebody did it. I don't know what's going to happen, but for some reason I feel like my days, something is just telling me my days are limited, and I don't know how it could be. I don't know if it's, things get heavy, man, and I'm not going to lie, like, things are perfect for me. Like, it could be. And this is not me trying to come on here and tell y'all that I'm going to be dead the next day. I don't know, but I know those people who do end up dead, they wish they would have put something out. They wish they could have told their truth before, they left this earth and left it to people. Now, like I said, I'm trying to make a video of everything, just saying what's, then they can paint whatever picture they want, and people don't know my side of the story. So I'm going to make a video, but just keep me in y'all prayers. And just know that I told y'all it was only a matter of time. They put out AWOL. They just seen me less than 24 hours ago. They talked to me today. They put out AWOL. I just want y'all to see what's going on.
You good?
They have me. No, nobody told me nothing was going on. All these people here for me. Y'all, at this point, I honestly think these people was probably trying to kill me or something. Like, I don't know. They won't leave me alone.
Did you see how they put her in that car, like, with them people? That would be scary as hell.
I never seen that they did that that part of the video. I didn't see that additional portion of the video. And for me to see that is very, very disturbing. How they can just come up on you because you spoke up. And instead of doing an actual investigation, they want to quiet you down as if you told something that was as if you told sensitive information about the work that you did. You're talking about being harassed. You're talking about people who have been harassed. You're talking about fearing for your life. And that's a big secret that you're trying, like, could it possibly put these army heads in a position where, you know, their job is taken away? They've fallen from grace. I don't know who they're trying to protect, but the person that they should be trying to protect is the person that is literally set in place to protect America. This army sergeant needs to be respected. A lot of women get into these, become armies or get into the army or in these spaces, and their voices aren't heard. Rape is something that is not uncommon in these spaces. And Fort Hood, as you said, is notorious for a lot of devious things, allegedly. And a lot of people have gone missing for speaking up. And a lot of people that have allegedly died or been murdered for speaking up. And to have that kind of history behind you, to have that kind of reputation behind you, Fort Hood, it's very telling. And for her to document this and say, I'm not saying that they're gonna kill me, but they've already made moves that are alerting me, them following me, them taking away basically my rights to speak up, my rights to be independent outside of them, my rights to go live my life, them literally taking ownership of what I say and do because I spoke up. That's very, very scary. And if something were to happen to her, we definitely know, but would that be enough? Like, would that, because would that be enough to do anything to the people at Fort Hood? Because there have been complaints that have been put in place for the people at Fort Hood, and nothing has been done.
Nothing. And it's constantly the same thing.
Yeah, I can't believe that I couldn't find anything on it. If this story was trending, that means that there was stuff on it. When I clicked that hashtag, because it was already a popular hashtag, there was nothing available. Nothing was available. And that's what really worried me. And I pray that somebody can get to the bottom of this. I pray that, she gets the help that she needs. I pray that us, talking about the story now helps it continue to grow. I know that, like I said, the Shade Room posted it up. I did see it on the internet, but when I clicked the stories, they were unavailable. So I hope now the stories are available. I hope now the hashtag is trending. I hope now we can read on that, because if we save her, I believe that we can save a lot of other women who are in this space and who are afraid to speak up. So her name is Jules Scott, and we'll say her name. And we hope that she gets the help that she needs, and she is safe and she is protected, because it's almost as if she has to go into some kind of witness protection, because it's pretty scary. It's pretty scary. So Joel Scott, definitely, we have our eyes on this for you. We will, continue as the story develops. We will continue to cover it. I wanted to shift gears and actually. So, Bubba, it's been a lot, right? And I know that, it's been really tough. The last week, you guys didn't see us. It was a tough week for us to even talk about, the murders in Buffalo and New York. And I know that with last week, we were having a conversation. I had to call you to make sure everything was good, because I know last week you couldn't even be up for the conversation because it was really new. And, us having to hear it, talk about it, all of that. So, and I thank you for having that, being transparent with me in that conversation where you were just like, it was just a bit too much. It was a bit too much. And even in your Instagram post, I saw that it was very heavy and weighing on you for the murders, the massacre. And it's crazy though, and I wanted to talk about this if you're okay with it, that it's not trending. And what I did see trending was City Girls and Diddy. What I did see trending is so many other things. I remember the slap heard around the world trended for a long, long time. But these people who were murdered because they were black, it's almost like it's another day, another dollar, child. It's
Rebecca, what's funny is last night I was talking with one of my friends, and the exact same thing, Rebecca, the verbatim damn near the exact same thing that you said. That's what the same thing he said. He was just like, here it is. We've had 10 black people died in a grocery store, and you don't see anything trending about it or nobody talking about it anymore. Like, we're so desensitized to it now. But yet you got Chris Rock and Will Smith, the slap heard around the world, trending like it's the best thing that ever happened. And that's crazy in itself. And he also told me that, that of course there's video of the shooting as well too. I know he streamed it on Twitch for 2 minutes before they took it down, but people are saying that there was and I don't know how legit this is, because I'm not going to go look at that video, but he said there was one point he runs into a white woman that was there and was telling her, oh, I'm not going to hurt you. You can go ahead. I'm just looking at everybody else. And then goes down another aisle and shoots somebody. So it is a lot. And it's terrible that we've been desensitized to this, and it's just like nothing is happening at all.
Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. We're so desensitized to it. And I had to, even after my conversation with you, exactly what you just talked about, the details. Like I said, I was in Jamaica. It was my birthday. And then coming back to that bad news, I opted not to really read about it because I already knew the exact details. All I had to look at was 3 bullet points, and I knew what went on. To know that it went on, that it was recorded and live streamed for 2 minutes, and people had to subject themselves, or there were people who were actually rooting for this because he detailed what he was going to do on social media. He had groups where he was detailing, he was making searches, he bought a gun, he engraved certain things on that gun. And for him to live stream this, I get chills just thinking about it. I didn't see the video, but for him to live stream this and do this, the trauma that we have to endure. I know as a people, but as Black people, the trauma that we're constantly having to endure, and then to go and not only have us as a job to talk about this, but to go to work. We can't say, oh, wow, I'm having such a hard time dealing with what I just saw. And at first, I thought I was okay because I'm like, I didn't watch anything. I didn't read anything. I know what went on. Let me get through work. But for me to have to channel myself and get through work is already a problem. And when I got into work, I seen something and it triggered me. I just saw the faces of those people, and I read what they were in the store to do. Something like get food for date night. Stopping at the store.
Getting a cake for their grandchild's birthday party.
See, it's making me emotional now. In order for me, I don't think I go to the store every day. You go to the store every day, Bubba. We got to watch our back going into the store. Not because we're in certain areas or whatever. It's because we're Black.
Yeah.
We got to watch our backs when we get into the car and the police officer is driving behind us. It's so scary. I was just telling my best friend, I know for her to be a mom and have her kids, going with her to the store, she's like, I don't even want to take my kids to the store with me. To have that conversation and to have that thought process, because you want to save your kid while you're going to get your kid some food and make sure your kid is safe. We want to save ourselves. We don't even know where we can be safe. It is so scary. But I say that to say, why do we have to subject ourselves to sitting through a whole day after seeing that trauma? And be like, I needed the day off. At first, I was like, I'm not going to take the day off because I have to work. I already took 1 day off of work, and I don't want to have to take another day off of work because even though I have the time, I don't want to look like I'm not trying to work, and then I get reprimanded for not trying to work. And my manager said, I'll give you guys 15 minutes. for Mental Health Awareness Month. I'll give you 15 minutes. And the next day, I just felt so heavy. I didn't know what was going on with me. Sometimes it doesn't hit you right there.
Yep.
But that thing, I sat here and I'm like, God, thank you for my 32nd year of life. You know, because it could have been me. I don't say that because it's something I'm just saying. This is something that is very actual and factual. Just because I'm black, just because you're black, we're not promised the next minute. Not because of natural effects or whatever. Because we're black, we can just walk outside of our door and somebody who doesn't like black people can just go on a shooting spree. Going on a shooting spree and automatically having media have your back. Fox News having people sit there and detail and put together rhetoric that says he hasn't even hit a certain age yet. He's 18 and his mind, his brain isn't working or molded as it should be.
Not developed right or
not developed
fully.
That's the rhetoric that murderer, that terrorist got.
And Rebecca, I'll tell you something. You know, I went to Wednesday. I was feeling pretty heavy. Feeling real heavy. So after my conference calls, I clocked out of work and I went to the movies. So I'm just like, let me get out the house, go look at some movie, go see another movie or something and just chill. So while I was in the movie theater, not a lot of people in there. Somebody sitting behind me got up and he came back and like with the towel or sheet or something and sitting right behind me. So the whole time when he came back and he did that, I was feeling so uncomfortable that I saw the part of the movie that I really wanted to see. And after that, I left.
Wow.
And granted, it was just the blanket that he had got for his girlfriend because it was cold in there. But it had me so shook that I'm just like, bro, why the hell do I have to live like that? Because I'm black. Now I got a fear for my life going into a movie theater that I fear that somebody is going to have a bad day and shoot up the damn movie theater. Or I'm walking into a grocery store and somebody having a bad day or their brain is not fully developed decides they want to come in and just start picking black people off. So it's just like, I don't think y'all understand how this makes us feel as black people. Knowing that they out here killing us. And they didn't kill people that were young. They killed our damn elders. People that have been here over 60, 50, 70 plus years. This is who y'all kill. The people that lived through already enough shit as it was. Now they have to die at the hands of 18-year-old punk ass because his brain wasn't developed. Or he thought that we were going to take over. Make it make sense. Y'all are the dominant fucking population here in this goddamn country. Why are y'all coming after us? We just want to live. That's all. We want the same rights and afforded the same stuff that y'all have. That's all we want. That's it.
And even if we don't get that, we're still just trying to live. We're still just trying to make a life for ourselves and to be who we are, to be born black. It's a blessing. And they want us to make it feel like it's a curse. And I can't, your story is, that's as a result of you being triggered of what you just saw. It takes us back to, I can't even go to the movie theaters. I can't even go to the grocery store. My best friend was like, I'm going to have to start just ordering the groceries back again. Like it was the pandemic. I'm going to have to, and that's already costly. We already don't get paid the same. We already don't, like you said, we're not afforded the same things, okay? And to have groceries shipped to us, delivered to us, it's already difficult, but that's something that a risk that we're willing to take because we want to live. I know that sounds crazy to you guys, but understand. Bubba just said he can't even sit in the movie theaters. He can't even sit in the movie theaters. Can't even go to the grocery store. There's nothing. Like, we just want to live. For a minute, I was scared to go outside of my door because my next door neighbor, when I first moved here, had like a gun sign and the Confederate flag near their door. And I did not want to, I didn't enjoy any of the amenities here because I did not want to be bothered by them. Amenities that I pay for. And then I had to start standing on my two and, saying, no, I cannot. And I said, I will not be policed by people who are who are choosing to live the same as me right next to me. I'm not going to be policed by them. I'm not. But the fear that I had when I first moved here was just like, gosh, like I'm letting them police me, but I don't want any trouble.
Right.
See, so the thing that I kind of take away from all of these things that have been happening, and Bubba, you kind of made the point, like he went and took elders away. They was 50, 60, 70-year-old people. These cowards ain't gonna go nowhere and start to try this somewhere where people gonna be shooting back. Like let them go go to y'all think you bad, you think you want to do something, start a race war, go to Chicago. You know what I mean? Go to Oakland. Go to one of them places where it's gonna be some people that's gonna shoot back at you. Like it's crazy.
But they won't do that.
They won't do that.
They won't do that at all. And I feel like, I don't know, y'all. It's like the anxiety that comes up off of me when we have these conversations. And you're right, Dwayne. They know where to go. They're gonna pick certain people who who already have been established in their everyday life, and they're just like it's pretty much that. That's what they're going to do. But they know they're going to be defended. They know once they do this, they're going to be defended. Yep. My best friend just reminded me, because we had this conversation too. Joe Biden, we had this conversation last week, but Joe Biden was quick. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were quick to, get the Asian hate crime bill, signed. And they deserve. Not saying that they don't. Black people have nothing in place to make sure that things like this, people are held accountable for. We watched a murderer like Kyle Rittenhouse walk free after murdering people. We watched Dylan Ruth, I forget, is that his last name, go into a church and murder people. Yeah, and murder people who thought they were going to be praying for him inside of a church. And they got him Burger King. We watched people head over to the Capitol because they were so upset. I don't think it was pretty much about Joe Biden. I think it was about Kamala Harris taking position. And when they did that, someone died. They had these rallies, and they blamed it on Black Lives Matter. That had nothing to do with what happened on January 6th. They found a way to mention Black Lives Matter being an issue on that day. And those people who were once not able to fly and had those, rights taken away from them, people who left blood on our state representatives or our representatives' desks, congresswomen, congressmen. We're talking about Nancy Pelosi. They ripped the emergency buttons off of some of the women of color from underneath their desks. These people are walking free, got their jobs back. We thought that they weren't going to have the rights to fly. Some of their rights to fly have been given back to them. Some people have been accommodated in jail. Some people have been given less time than people who sold weed. This is stuff that we have to deal with every day, and you guys expect us to just get through. It's hard. I don't want I don't want to go through stuff that make me stronger, that don't kill me but make me stronger. I am tired because on Thursday, the way that I felt like, God, thank you for life. Not because my birthday came, but it's because I possibly couldn't have made it to my birthday because some psychopath on the street. Like, the way that I felt when I really sat down and processed that story, I had to take the day off. I could not. I felt myself like hyperventilating. I was just like, I can't watch the news right now. I don't want to hear about this because it's normalized.
Mm-hmm.
We are not only target practice to police officers, regular people, regular white folks are just having a bad day, that just turned 18 or still minors that feel like they can get away with stuff. They go out and they do this. They plan this out and they do this. A correctional officer in the Buffalo area, in Buffalo, was suspended for mocking the murders. The New York Corrections Department said Tuesday that it would move to fire a longtime officer who joked online about the recent mass shooting in Buffalo, denouncing a vile posting that does not represent the morals and values of its staff. According to the Washington Post, the State Department of Correction and Community Supervision said Gregory Foster II, a correction officer, has been suspended without pay, and that an internal investigation, I don't understand, would identify and discipline any staff who may have engaged with his Facebook posts. So he shared an image of the Tops grocery store accompanied by references to a request for cleanup in aisles. And the correction department confirmed this was a post from him. And then he wrote, "Too soon."
Douchebag.
And this is why I say people are desensitized. It's normalized. People can move forward and make these jokes literally and think it's okay. And we move on. It was not trending. It was not trending. I saw, like I said, I seen City Girls trending. And this was not trending. I can tell you what's trending now, and it is not this story, which just happened.
Oh, and that other part, Rebecca, I don't know if you saw that as well, too, Dwayne, that just flashed on that slide, that when they called 911 initially, if I'm not mistaken, they said that they were on hold, or the 911 agent hung up on somebody when they called.
Yes, I did see that as well.
My fear about all of this and everything is that this will start bringing out copycat white supremacists who thinking like, oh, I can do this better, so let me go ahead out here and try to do it. I know they just arrested someone, I think maybe here in Georgia, that was planning something similar.
Wow.
Yes.
No, I didn't hear. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, it's going to be these copycat people that's going to start trying to do these things, and that in itself is a lot. It's just like, just want y'all to run up on the wrong one and just get dealt with in person. But the thing is with that, when they do that, when they stop somebody that's a domestic terrorist here, if we're black, a black person takes them out, you know what's going to happen. They're going to take them to jail, and they're going to chastise them and basically nail them to the cross.
Yeah, and that's what's problematic. It's what's problematic. I think all the way down the line with this whole story, how we got the copycats, we got the people who are making jokes about it, the protection that these people have, though. Listening to the particular story of the 911 dispatcher asking the woman why she was whispering and hanging up on her. We are taken as a joke. We're not considered people. For us to be a minority, you would think that we already took over America. I don't know what else that we can do to protect ourselves from these psychotic people. They're more protected than us. The people who commit these crimes are more protected than us. And that's what bothers me. That's what bothers me. They will make sure that they're protected. They will make sure that they are put into cells where they have accommodation. They will make sure that if they need to plead insanity, they will put them in the best mental facilities while people are mourning the family members, the loved ones that person murdered. I'm tired.
Tired is an understatement.
I'm tired. I am tired, and I know that we're at the end of the show. Didn't want to leave it like this, so I want to do an extra 15 minutes live, and so that we can move the story on to something else, give you some Black joy. But yeah, I was tired. I was tired, and I know that a lot of you guys, our supporters, have been looking for us last week. We needed to take a mental break. I know that we've come together, and just wanted to let you guys know here, in observance of Mental Health Awareness Month, we're going to be taking a week off this month to just kind of get our minds right, to get ourselves together. And it's just a week. We ain't going too far. You could always reach us on social media and things like that. But we will be taking a mental break just to come back, do some housekeeping things in the meantime, do some soul searching, just to allow ourselves to detach from what's happening in the news, also having to work a 9-to-5 on top of that. And I'm grateful to Ben, who was allowing us to take that time for our mental break and our mental health. Not that 15 minutes that they give me at my corporate job, but, just to be able to meditate in the mornings and to get myself a little bit back on track. This is going to be another stain in my mind and in my heart to add to the rest of them, to add to the rest of the hashtags, to add to the, it will be. So unfortunately I have to say when something else pops up like this.
Yeah.
I can't say if, but when something else pops up like this, it's going to trigger all of that. And I think that's where we are right now. Now, a week doesn't make everything better, but a week does allow us some time to get our minds right, because it's been quite heavy. So allow us this time. Audience, I thank you for your patience. I thank you for just riding with us through the nooks and crannies of this whole thing. And we are going to be back refreshed, and you would want that from us. But we don't want to leave you like that. I wanted to play some Black joy before we get out of here. I know there's a lot that we've been dropping that we haven't been able to play. So if you could just drop a few something, and it got to be Black joy. It ain't nothing. I don't want to see nothing white. I want to see some Black joy.
So we actually went through everything, I think, in our backlog with James like last week some point or the week before, but I grabbed 2 clips last night. Yeah. Oh. But I grabbed 2 clips. The first one doesn't have
nothing white, David.
No, it's nothing white. I actually there was a third one, but it's definitely not safe for work. Not safe for any public stream.
All right.
So the first.
So that sounds like a Pornhub video, but okay.
It was Instagram, fully Instagram. Anyway, maybe at the patron party. AP1 does not have audio, but it's I thought maybe Rebecca would want to give her analysis of the styles of Christina Milano.
That sounds like a white woman.
No.
Oh,
Milian. I'm sorry, not Milano. Milian.
Why? I
don't like it.
This is the she's wearing Fashion Nova. I've seen that ad like 10 times. You like her? That's the type of girls you like, David.
Why you have to go in that direction just because you didn't like the clip? I mean, no one dropped any clips. I had to go find Black Joy, and you're gonna rip on
that's the type of she got 4%.
You're lucky the camera went out on you.
At the same time,
She getting the battery. You can tell that's why she's so far in the background.
Yeah, it's okay. She can stay far away.
I was getting the
It's okay.
battery.
I don't. I'm not accepting this criticism this morning.
I love Christina Milian, but I don't know.
I like the first outfit.
This is a recent. This is recent on the account I pulled it from.
I didn't say Kamala Harris.
Next,
Rebecca.
Wow. Okay. Well, the next one is Diddy.
Christina Milian is black. You know, was she part of Nick Cannon's diatribe? No, never mind.
Yeah, I know.
When you drop some more Black Joy clips, we'll have more Black Joy clips that fit your criteria. But until then,
I've actually dropped some that probably were played. You know, I was, but at the same time, you know, I said, let me drop something right now. I got something for you.
The next clip we got is
David
Diddy.
said that's his Joy goddamn.
It really wasn't. It really wasn't. I just was like, maybe this is something up Rebecca's league.
If she was black, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Deny that girl black car.
She is black. I know. I like Christina Milian. I do.
Anyway, AP2 is Diddy not believing that his teen daughters are dating.
Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about. My daughter's only 15. They're
not dating?
No, they're not. Not that they better not be dating right now.
They're 15. They've got to have boyfriends or girlfriends or something. That's an age you start like being interested.
I didn't know that.
How old were you when you first started getting interested in?
I was wild. I was different. I was from a whole nother time.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
They're cheerleaders, right?
No, I really thought that they don't start dating till like 17, right?
Now it's like 13.
When did they start dating?
Right.
Oh my!
Till I was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Little white girls started to be kissing on me while I was in class.
Have you met them yet?
No, they don't.
Oh, white girls kissing on you while you in class?
Well, you're
Charles from Alabama. The principal used to call my house, to call my mom and them and tell them that, hey, we need to talk to you about your son James. It's like all the girls in class, like, they really like him a lot, and they have been like kissing on him like in class, and we just want to make sure that we tell you and make you aware, because you know all of them was white.
See, look.
It used to be in the mall in Alabama and Montgomery, little old me. And when I used to see them, they used to run up to me all the time. James, just give me a hug and a kiss on the cheek.
It's giving me Alabama backwoods.
Look,
listen,
and all these years later, I still got it. I'm still Big Daddy.
That's right. That's right. That's right, baby. Look. You got the handsome smile, handsome cheeks, all of the above, child. But with Diddy, I want to circle back to Diddy, okay? Because who was trending, right? As I was saying,
right.
I pray and hope, while he's worried about who his 15-year-old daughters, all three of them, are dating. I pray and hope that they don't date someone like Diddy. Diddy started dating Cassie at the age of, I think she was like 21, 23, like early 20s.
Maybe 20, yeah.
He took away her whole 20s, and that was it. And gave her really nothing to show for it. And I think that he has a thing for these younger women. And, you know, I pray that these girls, his daughters, don't meet someone like him, because karma, they come right to your kids.
Now, Diddy wasn't that bad just because I like him young. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I like
just
him not young, you know, over 23.
No.
25.
Not only that he likes them young, he takes away their lives. And Cassie, you know, explained that she never had love, never felt love reciprocated to her. Mind you, she was with this man who didn't claim her for a very, very, very long time. Had 3 kids, all girls, all the same age, 2 different baby mamas. A woman, I believe, died of heartbreak from this man because she was never chosen. And after she died, he gave her flowers. That's just my op-ed. That's just my op-ed on that. You know, so while he worried about who his daughters is dating, let's just pray to God. While your name is Love out here in these streets, let's just pray to God that they receive that. That they receive actual beautiful love. Even if it's at the age of 15, they know what that looks like while you're trying to barricade what that is for them. And you dating somebody about 10 years older than them. Let's just pray your daughters is receiving. And you got young women fighting over you on the internet. You like 95.
Don't do Diddy like that. Put his ass to sleep, boy. There's no chance.
Oh, I wanna. What you said? Put it on your face like the roaches.
Like the roaches.
You got girls that can't spit out here.
Boy. There's no chance.
Putting bars out in the name of you. No creativity.
Oh God.
So. Ooh, Chile. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Shout out to JT
yeah, shout out to JT. Love him.
Shout out to JT. Hold lip out. All your lips.
Listen,
Rebecca.
Because they was at the Billboard, whatever awards that show that was. But
so that was so ghetto too.
I just dropped some Black Joy that I absolutely would love you to see. And I think this would be me and Bubba once we hit brunch again together. If you can grab this video. Because, Bubba, you need to get out the house. Listen.
Child.
Yeah. No. Because I saw your series of posts and I was like, no. I need to get in my car and that's my car and come and get you and we just do a nice little day together or something like that because I'm coming to get you one of these days.
Rebecca brunch.
It got to be on payday. No, but
it's all right.
I
Rebecca does good brunches.
I promised you crab legs, but I gave you a nice brunch experience in the white area. But
and the little white man was trying to holler at her.
Yeah, talking about drugs. I don't want no white man on drugs.
That's right, Rebecca. He whole ass was talking about drugs. It was just like
I got a black friend, Yeah, so and my family, they have land where slaves were, but we keep it open to everyone. I'm like, whoa, dude, and then he started giving me Justin Timberlake from the 90s. So now you got a hint of hood in it. He's like, yeah. So I'm like, you got that good stuff? I'm like, what good stuff is he talking about? Crack cocaine? Cause I don't do that.
Oh my God! It's like, what you talking about? Weed?
Go
away.
No,
man, no. What's more than that, bro? Oh. Well, look, I gotta use the restroom, so I'll be right back.
Right, and now I'm sitting here like.
Good job, was funny. That's why I don't like to go nowhere, Rebecca.
It's a fool, because I'm gonna be a fool. If you go out with me, we gonna laugh. I'm gonna be a fool, and I'm gonna play right into. I'm gonna be like, so is it crack cocaine that you do? Right. What kinds? Yeah.
So what does it taste like? Is it different flavors?
Is it like you snort it, or do you?
Like, how do you do it? Do you inject it, snort it?
And then I'm gonna turn around as soon as they go. I'm gonna be like, "Child, no, we need to go move to another table because I don't have it for this." Was he trying to holler at me? Look, because I'm not.
When he leave the table, he be like, "Girl."
Look, bitch. Me and my best friend, we said that we were gonna stop doing that, but we still do that. I'd be like, girl. Once I do that, she's gonna be like, wait, let me tell you. And don't you sit next to me, because if you're sitting next to me, I already done knocked your knee off. I already done, if something weird happens, I knocked your knee off. I'm already scratching your side, girl. I'm looking you gonna see my eyes looking straight at you, and I'm supposed to be looking away to not make it noticeable, but I'm gonna be looking straight at you did you see that? You saw that?
Right.
It ain't right.
Black people excel in nonverbal communication. Give you the.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
We just said a whole lot right there. Oh. That is adorable. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you must never part my T-dot.
Listen, I felt like when I saw that, I'm like, who was going to knock me up in the next 2 years so I can do that too? But I really.
What did we say earlier, y'all? What did we say earlier?
What did we say earlier?
Nah, you ain't got to do that. You can just come babysit. You don't need, just come babysit.
I don't know, child.
You're going to hear Dwayne's daughter in the background because she's going to be on there real soon. And you're going to hear her talking and it's going to set you up everything. Like, oh. And I'm like, you're going to give Rebecca baby fever.
She does. She really does. That baby is beautiful. I ain't even going to hold you.
Okay.
I ain't even gonna hold you. She looks like her mom.
Look at me.
I don't even know what her mama look like. Look, just like her mom. She's a beautiful baby. Looks just like her mother. Don't know what her mother looks like, but I'm pretty sure she's gorgeous.
That's my twin right there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Lord.
The baby's beautiful, Dwayne. I don't know if it's your twin, but the baby's beautiful. Now,
such a hater.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. And when I have like a baby shower, look, me just talking about, when I have a baby shower, it's going to be real exclusive. Y'all will be invited. Maybe I could finally meet you guys in 2 years. Like or something like that. But David, I want to meet you too. Like I really would love, honestly, I would love to meet you guys before, I don't know, years in. I think I've known you guys, almost 2 years now? So I think it's time. Right. I think it's time to.
Yeah, we got to we got to have a gathering. The patrons have also wanted a live show, but I think that might still be a little bit off in the distance. But we definitely got to get a gathering, a team.
Yeah, I love the patrons mean it, but not everybody who watches. Some of y'all be ops, just be watching to be ops. I don't know if I'm ready to really be wrong. Well, people just it's a lot happening in this world.
Some of the shows do public shows. Like, you make money with those public shows.
I mean, I really, no, I ain't ready to be out there like that. But I really would love to have a live show where we can have them definitely interactive on there, just for our safety purposes. But I would love to actually meet you guys first, meet the crew actually physically, and ride Dwayne out in person. And
God.
Yep.
You
clean
can't
house.
do that kind of stuff on this type of channel.
Mop the floor. Mop the floor with Dwayne. That's in person. Because I've been letting him slide with a lot of stuff on this season of Like It or Not. And it has got to stop. It has got to stop.
There ain't nobody worried about her.
What should say, Dwayne?
Ain't nobody worried about her.
Yeah. Well, these hands, okay? Look, these hands. What's up with these hands? So, we'll see.
You know, she from Florida. She blowing her hands up like this when the nails clenched down. So.
And look, you hit them like this. That's it. And I would be on time. I definitely would be on time. So
on time is going to be 30, 45 minutes in Rebecca time. We love you, Rebecca.
Mm-hmm. we got to tell her the live show start at 9:30. So when we really start.
Because I'm Haitian. That's the only why. If you say it in Creole, I might understand. Okay? Anyways, we're at the end of the show, guys. We're at the end of the show. So I thought that, we would just see you next week. Like, I don't know. You are coming on Thursday, Bubba, or I'd rather you take this week off. Don't do like Ben and just pop up when I told you to sit down and really take this time off. But
this is my joy, though. Y'all bring me my joy. So if y'all are not here, I'm still gonna be on, even if it's just for 30 minutes or so. It helps my day go better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. As much as this is my joy, I'm definitely going to take that break. I will see you guys on next week. I know that we will still start with the morning show with the Benjamin Dixon portion of the show. I don't know if it's going to be Avatar or if it'll be pre-recorded, but I will be on next week. You guys, send love to everybody and anybody that you know. Slide in somebody's DMs today, not in a harassment way, but slide in somebody's DMs today and show them some love. Give them some encouragement. Not only your strong friends, some friends that might be considered weak or whatever the case may be, just your friend, period. And enjoy this time. If you need that time off, take it. I didn't say quit your job. I said if you need that time off, you got PTO, you got vacation, you got sick time, take that. I love you guys so much. I mean it. Mwah.
Can't stand her. Thank y'all so much for tuning in on this Monday. Again, patreon.com/liking-it-not, patreon.com/the BPD show, and also go to act.tv/join. Remember today, don't just act.tv/join. David is gonna get me for that one. Love y'all, mean it, man. Make sure tomorrow is on the BPD Twitch channel. I'm streaming live with DJ Exclusive. You don't want to miss it, man. Your affirmation for today: I forgive myself. I do for real. I forgive myself for everything. Love y'all, mean it. Y'all gonna be great, man. We will see y'all. Well, I will see y'all tomorrow. The rest of the crew will see y'all next week. Love y'all, mean it. Deuces.
Really, y'all don't know.